Welcome. Thank you for watching Crypto News and Investigative Reports. We have a great update for you today, so let's get into it. We've been reporting that the International Monetary Fund, the World Bank, and the Federal Reserve are all coming together to form an alliance. They are going to become in unity and form an alliance so they can select Ripple XRP as their global cryptocurrency for banking. I'll repeat that. The International Monetary Fund, the World Bank, and the Federal Reserve. They all are forming an alliance for Ripple XRP to become the global cryptocurrency for banking all around the world. I want to introduce to you this man. This man's name is Hanz Timmer. Hanz Timmer is the Chief Economist for Europe and Central Asia, the World Bank. Yep, he's the Chief Economist for the World Bank in Europe and Central Asia. They did an update regarding their position on cryptocurrency and how they feel about cryptocurrency, because it had been rumored that the central bank was going to create their own cryptocurrency, but they have since turned away from that idea because creating their own cryptocurrency would cause instability in the markets, and the banks do not want to cause instability in the markets. So Hanz Timmer is going to give us the World Bank's position on cryptocurrency. He is the Chief Economist for Europe and Central Asia for the World Bank. Okay, so let's take a moment and let's listen to their tape. The question that Mr. Timmer was asked, the question to Mr. Timmer was, if cryptocurrencies are replacing traditional currencies, as I understand it, that will threaten the currencies of the central banks. So the man continues his question by saying, do you expect the central bank to take steps to prevent cryptocurrencies? This guy right here is asking that particular question here to Mr. Hanz Timmer at this conference. This conference was a panel discussion on cryptocurrencies and blockchain, Europe and Central Asia. This was an economic update recorded back on May 2018. I want you to take a listen at what Mr. Timmer has to say to this man regarding cryptocurrency.
Thank you very much. So yes, definitely, a lot depends on transparency. So far we do not have questions from the regions, but they are always ready to raise the questions later on, and the country office representatives, economists there in the country office will be ready to respond later on as well. So any questions from the audience so far?
Hello. My name is David Rajara, I represent UNDP. My question is, if cryptocurrencies replace in future traditional currencies, as I understand, that would threaten seigniorage revenues of the central banks. So do you expect central banks to take some steps against proliferation of cryptocurrencies or not? In the first place, Federal Reserve. Thank you.
Whether I expect that central banks take steps to prevent cryptocurrencies to develop further, I must say, I don't know, but it would be unwise to do that. I don't think there's a need to outlaw cryptocurrencies per se. They can have their place in the broad scheme of financial markets. The issue is much more about regulations than about allowing their existence.
All right, so that's the point that Mr. Timmer made. Mr. Timmer is saying he doesn't really know, but he said he thinks that it would be unwise. It would be unwise for the central bank to do anything to prevent cryptocurrencies. So, as we saw before, Christine Lagrade of the International Monitoring Fund, Christine Lagrade already has Chris Larson of Ripple XRP working on her advisory council for the International Monitoring Fund. So we're here to report again today that the International Monitoring Fund, the World Bank, and the Federal Reserve will form an alliance, and they will come together to select Ripple XRP as a global cryptocurrency for banking. And you just heard Mr. Timmer's response to the question, do you expect the central bank to take steps to prevent cryptocurrencies? He said, I think that it would be unwise. And he said that because they are going to select Ripple XRP to be the global cryptocurrency, along with, I don't know if that is going to be exclusive. We're not sure at this point, but we know that Ripple XRP is going to be the global cryptocurrency for banking. All right? So once again, thank you for tuning in to Crypto News and Investigative Reports. Please subscribe to our news updates. If you have any questions or any comments, please leave them as well. And we're happy that you took the opportunity to listen to us today. Thank you.